Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm hearing Clifford or Cliff. Something about Joe Rogan. I don't know. We also have Chaser coming up in the cards. I don't want to chase anymore. We have somebody feeling unappreciated. I felt like you didn't care. That might be you, collective, feeling like that. We have somebody wanting a reunion, but you're looking for reciprocity. Or somebody here's looking for reciprocity. Yeah, and then we have secrets and somebody wanting to mend things. We also have new chapter, bottom of the deck, and indecisive. Somebody had this idea of like wanting a white picket fence type of life with you, and you're not that person. Things are a lot more complicated in your life. I just reshuffled, a new chapter came out again. I'm trying to move on. I feel like that's you guys. I feel like you've worked through any guilt that you might have had about this unexpected outcome. It says, I feel pain from the damage I've caused, and then things didn't go the way I planned. I don't feel like you were at fault, collective. I just want to say that. I think this person or anybody involved might have made you feel like you were. But there were some secrets here. I'm hearing behind closed doors. And I'm seeing somebody coming out of a bathroom, like they just showered. So there was probably like some kind of infidelity or cheating in whatever this situation was. I'm also seeing somebody like throwing clothes down on a bed and fighting. They might be packing for a trip or something like that. This might have been a situation from the past. I don't feel like this person is strong in your energy anymore. I feel distance or some kind of divide between you two. I'm hearing ravine. Somebody might live near a ravine, or somebody might live on a piece of land with like some kind of ravine with a creek or something in it. Or an arroyo if you're in the desert. Yeah, somebody's looking for forgiveness in this situation. Because they understand that their ego is out of control. But I feel like they haven't done the work that would be needed to actually, like, bring back any kind of chemistry. I feel like they killed any kind of chemistry that would have given you any interest in them. And it's because they thought that their goals for their life were more important than your needs for your life. Ooh. Did you see how that came out? That was kind of crazy. Local cafe, rest stop, small brick and mortar business. Somebody might live near one of these, own one of these, or want to meet you at one. We'll see that in a second. Tell me more, Spirit. I don't know if Clifford is the name of a place, because they keep bringing up something about Clifford or Cliff. Clifftown? I don't know. It's a place. Okay? And I don't feel like this is a person's name that you know. It could be, I guess, but there's something about that. And I even have some red stuff on the table because they're kind of showing me, like, Clifford the big red dog. Or Clinton, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, you're not waiting around anymore. You felt like nobody was caring about what you wanted. That disregard, like we were just talking about. And this person might not have given you enough time to rest. I feel like you were always trying to fix things or like sweep up their mistakes. Yeah, it says, let me take care of you, damn it. And that was in reverse. You're over it. You don't want to take care of anybody anymore. You might be the one wanting to travel, collective. Or you might have been focused on your career or just wanting to see the world in a different way. And this person didn't want to do that. I feel like this person had somebody in the background that was local, and that's why they didn't want to travel with you or commit to moving anywhere different. It's because they had like a side piece or something. What's with this? Something about pistachios? I don't know. Let's see. Partying? This person might have even had a secret life or lifestyle where they were partying. Or going to clubs. Yeah, camera. Ooh, okay, we have somebody here that might have been filming some spicy things. Reminiscing, making memories, learn from the past, perception. Yeah, somebody might be on OF or something like that. Or the hub. Yeah, we have teddy bear. This person was treating you like a teddy bear, like somebody they just come home to like snuggle with, but they're not like treating you like a person. Yeah, not today. Not today, Satan. We have boundaries and hurt, avoiding conversation, not dealing, and upset. Avoiding conversation is just you being done being manipulated by their crap. Yeah, Cupid's arrow. It's like they keep trying to come back in or send in these like Eight of Wands type of like arrows of communication. So this is like DMs, voice memos, calls, emails. I don't know how somebody's even sending money to someone's PayPal if they're cut off. There's that kind of thing going on. It's a little much. Yeah, it's like their way of blowing a kiss, and they want you to return this affection, and you're just over it. With the coffee cup, I feel like you have bitter feelings about this person, for sure. And this coffee cup might even be you, like, spending time with people who matter to you. You know, it doesn't have to be going out on coffee dates, per se, in a romantic sense. This could just be, like, hanging out with your people. People who actually give a shit about you and listen to you. Grounding, stability, security, performance, growth, and endurance. It's you, collective. And with passion here, you're done letting hopes and wishes of passion define how you move forward in a relationship. It's like passion isn't everything. Sometimes it's just lust. I think this person would really turn up the heat sometimes to get you back on the ship, so to speak, back on their side. And you didn't want it anymore. This person might have also like kind of been bribing you about taking you on dates or future faking about getting married. And this was a karmic relationship. I mean, bottom line here. Your perception of the relationship at the beginning was much different than how it actually was. And it's because you were misled intentionally. Sticks and stones, that's what I'm hearing. Yeah, we have backstabbing. Heartbreak and pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, shocking attack. This has a pomegranate on it. Something about the Middle East could be related to this. This is coming up pretty specifically here. Somebody might have been deployed to the Middle East at some point in this relationship, or you might have been, collective. Somebody might be tied to that culture, like that might be your family heritage or their family heritage. It doesn't have to be Afghanistan. There could be Kuwait, could be Iraq, Iran. I don't know. There's like a bunch of different connections here to the Middle East. Not for everybody, but for a lot of you, I think. Ascending. Yeah, you're moving on past this. Into a new phase and letting... I feel like you've let time heal your wounds. You understand that feeling heartbroken isn't a sign that you need to get closure from another person, and that closure is something you give yourself by choosing to do what's right for you. I also have VPN in this other deck coming up here. This is, again, that person kind of like masking what they're doing online or hiding. This person definitely posted photos online. For a very small amount of you, they could have posted pictures of you without your consent, but you'll know if that's for you. This isn't something that I'm dropping on anybody. This is like to confirm any suspicions if you already thought that, okay? Because that's very upsetting. And I'm sorry if you dealt with that. I hope you guys are able to get what you need from a counselor or some other kind of like professional healer on this stuff. I feel like Reiki would also be very beneficial for you guys, okay? If you have this feeling of having unfinished business with somebody, I just want to clarify and confirm that that's them pulling at your energy. And the spirit is like, you do not have unfinished business with this person, but it might feel like that because they want to have unfinished business with you. Even though they know they're unworthy. You're a better person than I am. Because they're a lying karmic asshole that never owned up to what they were doing online. They think it's their destiny to be in your life because they have this, like, false understanding of reality. You might have told this person that you're a healer or that you're a light worker, and this person is neither of those things. So they have this idea in their head that, like, a healer is supposed to take care of people who are messed up so they can quit trying. Blech. And then we have reciprocity. Spirit's like, hell no. I also saw runner pop out. I feel like you're running from this person, and that's as you should be. As you fucking should be. I'm seeing the portcullis on a castle closing. And it's like there's this knight riding a white horse trying to get through, and the portcullis closes and, like, crushes them. You're like, no, we're absolutely not doing this. Yeah, chaser. I don't want to chase anymore, then don't. Leave. Leave the collective alone. Find yourself some other karmic person. Yeah, unappreciated again. Alright, and then secrets. Come on, tell me about these secrets. What are these secrets? Spirit. I'm hearing Charlie. Okay, Charlie could be the name of somebody that they encountered, or a partner, man or woman, or they, them, whatever. This could be the name of a place. I feel like this could be the name of, like, a dancer or something. I'm hearing sparkles. Somebody might have found sparkles on clothes, and that could have tipped you off to something. I'm hearing lipstick. Perfume. Yeah, there's some kind of smell. Latex. Ew. I don't need this, please. And then cigarettes. Yeah, you might have caught somebody smoking. This isn't for everyone, obviously, but you might have caught somebody smoking that you didn't know they smoked, and this tipped you off to, like, just the very, very tip of the iceberg, like the needle point of the iceberg with these lies. Holy cow. Yeah, they're overwhelmed with their dishonesty. They know that no amount of time is going to cover these things up now. But they think that the chemistry that they built with you is enough that you're going to stop running from them. And I'm just going to say, if there's any cross-watchers seeing this, no. They are not going to. You need to deal with yourself. You need Jesus. You need something. Need psychiatric help. Okay, we have third party. Just like I said at the beginning. We have gossip in reverse. Somebody's trying to cover up all the things they gossiped about you. Ooh, conversation and new chapter. Somebody tried to turn your own family against you. And they succeeded with some of them. I'm hearing cousin. There's some kind of cousin involved in this. Tell me more, Spirit. Okay, I'm seeing a point-and-shoot camera. Like a Sony Cybershot or something. I'm also seeing a camera with, like, the printable... They like, print off little Polaroids. It's not like an old Polaroid. It's like one of the new ones where they're real small. Yeah, it's like somebody taking amateur photos. It might have even been in your house. I can't even imagine the audacity, but okay. Okay, we have a priest or pastor. Catholic, Presbyterian, Baptist, Mormon. Could be somebody else. Ooh, somebody's a Jehovah's Witness. Or they're involved in some way. Y'all on some weird stuff, I'm just saying. What I say earlier, I was like, they need Jesus. And I don't usually say that. Like, if you're new to this channel, I'm not even Christian anymore. You know, you're welcome here as long as you're not proselytizing or anything. But I don't believe in the church at all, so it's kind of funny you said that. And I did see, like, a confessional, so that's kind of funny. Oh, I'm hearing, like, phone SX. Yeah, this person's just like an addict. They're doing all kinds of stuff. But they're not doing it in like an ethical way at all. It's like this was a big secret. And they're doing, yeah, don't touch me. You're like, get the fuck away from me. I'm seeing a rash. Somebody might have also had like contracted something from all this, which like not surprising. I don't feel like they're doing you know, any kind of thing that's safe at all here. Okay, we have slander from an older family member when you were still a child. This might have been a person who was already saying bad stuff about you, and then whenever this, like, narcissistic ex or whatever came in and tried to kind of spread lies, this person's like, ooh, you know, open ears. New information to spread about the collective that's not true. But you were 10 toes down, squared up, and ready. You were not going to allow this family member to continue. Yeah, definitely, no question. Yeah, you reset the game. Changed the settings. You've been set on hard mode. Narcissistic family. Supports an abuser over a victim. Cannot make it up. I'm seeing a stop sign. Tell me more about the stop sign. Ooh, DV. Okay, verbal or mental abuse. Alright. Hearing pulled punches. I'm seeing somebody saying don't pull your punches. Yeah, you might have egged this person on at the end. It's like you didn't care. You were like, come at me, bro. I'm done. Because you're really, really strong, collective. You got symbols and signs from God that was like, we're going to get you the hell out of here. Because they saw you suffocating underwater. And they wanted to help you clear yourself. It says reduce and clear your energy. Tell me about reduce. I don't know why I wrote reduce. That's interesting. These are all channeled, you know. Oh, okay. Spirit really wants you to reduce any kind of energy of being armored as long as you're in a safe place now. I feel for a lot of you, you're far away from this person or these people, and you still have this hard exterior to you. And Spirit is trying to send in, like, a softer life for you, and they're like, to get this softer life, you have to be softer and trust that will protect you. Yeah, you have extreme courage, like I was just saying. You're really taking care of your body now. Fruits and vegetables. You guys might be eating better, exercising. Some of you got a dog to go on, like, hikes with you or walks with you. I'm seeing somebody climbing, swimming, lifting. Get it, collective. I love it. And then we have hungry in reverse. Yeah, you're, like, doing this in a good way. You're really taking care of your body. You're not doing, like, crash diets. Like, you're on a good path. I love how, like, the cards that are coming out are so related to each other. Like, fruits and vegetables and hungry have never come out together. And then there was some other ones that came out. And, you know, I'm shuffling these the whole time, so it's just super cool. What else, please? Seeing a stained glass window. Seeing... This person might be Catholic. They don't have to be, but they're showing me, like, like the kneelers in a church, and somebody, like, speaking to pastor or priest or something. This person might have had, like, a dark background with this pastor or priest, or they might have known them since they were a child, and they're, like, some kind of weird confidant to this person, but I feel like this is not normal. Like, this is, like, a very close friendship, like, almost an intimate friendship. It might have been more at some point. Somebody might have been paid off to not say about what's happened to them with this, but there's an energy harvest happening, okay? The person who did this to you might be sick while you're getting healthier, all right? And this energy harvest, I feel like they were possibly using your energy or working with this weird priest type of energy. You know, some kind of, like, spiritual leader. I truly feel like it's a priest or pastor. to do something to your energy, like harvest it. And they were like working through this person. This is so strange. Yeah, you might have had like a weird taste in your mouth when this person was around you at the end. And then you were like, I'm going to be single. This is getting weird. You got a lot of signs about this. And this is a very complex situation, but I feel like you got what you needed to get that, to like give yourself that closure and get out. Okay, but yeah, what I'm getting, just to be clear here, is this ex of yours had some kind of weird connection with this. They had a third party. They had some kind of like sex addiction of some sort, but they also had a connection with this priest or pastor. And it's like they were doing some kind of spiritual work with this priest or pastor where they were both aware of it. They were like siphoning energy from you and from all of these like kind of like lower energy like sex workers or third party people. But you had the most energy because you're very spiritually tapped in. And it's like they were siphoning it somehow for this priest or pastor to use. Because this person that you were with before didn't have spiritual knowledge, but the priest or pastor did. And I feel like they might have, like, believed in it, but they didn't know anything. And they might have been promised some kind of financial gain, or given some kind of financial gain, in order to do this. This person gave you a lot of, like, backhanded compliments, or said things that just, like, weren't funny. And it's just this energy of, like, okay, explain it, right? And your spiritual attack dogs, like, your guardian angels were, like, over it with this. Like, they put you through a grief and mourning period, as if this person died before you even left, so that you weren't wasting any time and not getting sucked into any more crap. You might have gone through 4 to 6 months before you were done with this relationship where you felt like they were dead to you. And planned what you needed to and got the hell out. Yeah, I'm hearing bills. Like, you might have gotten everything taken care of. Because you knew that you were not, like, lazy or bad. Especially if this person had financially trapped you in some way. Or tried to. And you knew that you were deserving of respectful partners. And not this narcissist. Tell me more. Yeah, take a picture. I was saying they were taking, like, weird pictures. Wow. They were using the church. That's where that money is coming from. They had an agreement. Oh my god. Yeah, they were, like, filming things in this church. That's, like, so foul, but... Yeah, these were things too intense for me. And this person's an immature fool. Wow. And they might have been, like, if you lived together, like, leaving you at home alone. And been like, oh, I'm working late, or I'm going out with so-and-so, but they're going and filming these things. And it's like, I'm kind of seeing this priest as, like, film crew, or, like, helping with this. Or setting this up in some way. This is so weird. It's like this priest is financially benefiting off of having access to these spaces and making it, like, this niche. Ew. What the hell am I into, collective? I don't want this. Oh my god, I'm so glad you got out of this. Yeah, this priest sold out. I just got this sold out card. Holy cow. Yeah, and like I was saying at the beginning, I feel like you wanted to move. I feel like you got the feeling to physically leave an area where you're, like, a very adventurous person. And this person wanted to convince you to be this, like, normie Stepford wife, Stepford husband type of person. And that's simply so that they could stay in this area and continue this weird, like, charade they had going on, or this weird deal they had going on. I have celebrity. This is so strange. Okay, so this might have attracted some kind of celebrity, or this might have been such a niche thing that, like, these these people that were involved in this were like almost celebrity status in whatever weird group that they were in. There might be a jeweler or some kind of metalsmith involved. This person might have actually, like, given you accidental hints, or you might have seen somehow that they had, like, money that didn't make sense of how they got it. And it's because they were financially benefiting off of whatever this is. Like, they might have taken you to some upscale restaurant when they were trying to reel you back in. And you were like, how are we affording this? But yet everything was getting taken care of, you know? I'll say this is a conflict of interest. Holy cow. What else, please? Please tap me out of this priest's energy. I do not want to see these things. This is so strange. Okay, so this person might have told you about this pastor or priest for whoever this is for. And I don't know what... I'm going to just try to explain this because this is so weird to me, but I only know about how things work in Roman Catholic stuff. So it might be different in other forms of Christianity because I feel like this is some Christian thing, okay? Or like pretending to be Christian, whatever the hell it is. But I feel like this priest set your ex up at some point, or maybe at multiple points in the past, with people on purpose. Okay, there was something here about, like, the priest would fix them up with people who would become their partners. Okay, so this is, because I got honeypot here. But I'm seeing this priest, like manipulating this person's life, like this ex's life, and it's like they're always keeping them around. Like, they're very connected to this person. And it's because they groomed them at a young age. It might not have been since childhood, but, you know, they'd been going to this church or involved in this community, whatever, through their family since at least they were like a preteen. All right. And I'm seeing them like at a young age, you know, maybe teenage to early 20s, like being set up in the background by this pastor, priest, whatever, with people in their like community. But the priest was involved in all of this. There was some like over involvement here that's really inappropriate and freaking weird. And eventually I feel like this honeypot was revealed or something like that, and it's like it was all meant to bring your ex closer to this priest or pastor because there's some kind of like obviously like a spider web of like spiritual intent I'm hearing with this person. It's like this priest is connected to some very dark energy, some very dark, like, intelligences, if you want to think of it that way. And they're, like, using the ex as a puppet? I don't know. It's like they saw something in the ex that they wanted to use. It might have been that the ex was charming or had, like, a certain appearance to them that was like easier to bring people in. Okay, it's that kind of thing. Yeah, we have captivity / enslavement, money concerns, ex's family may or may not have been involved in this. Yeah, this is very dark. It's like there was some kind of manipulation to really like keep this all within this small community. Like, all of the people who are involved in these videos or this distribution know each other. This is weird, dude. I don't know. They definitely know each other. They might even want it to be, like, certain families in the community because they know that maybe the parents of, like, young people are involved or won't say anything. There might even be like connections to, I don't know if I should say this. There's connections to other things, other higher ups that would protect this. Should any of it be told? Should any of this kind of get out? Because it does sound kind of crazy, so yeah. It's like they want this to really, like, stay within a certain group. And with ancestors, these families might have been doing this for a while. Yeah, they were like riding the wave that their ancestors started. This ex might not have... This is not to excuse anything. I just want to like preface with that. But they're kind of making me feel like how the ex experiences this. And there's like such a deep darkness and a deep trauma that might have started at a young age from whatever type of involvement happened here, that they go into this like nonverbal type of state. You might have seen this at times. They might have actually wanted to tell you or something like that. And I'm not saying they couldn't, but they didn't try hard enough. We will say that. I feel like they could have definitely told you at least like other parts of this. This person is very immature in a lot of ways and doesn't want to face this. This seems out of place to me, but doesn't care for or respect animals. I also have hoarder. There might be like a family involved here that's like an animal hoarder. Okay. Now, this is all pretty screwed up energy, but I am getting that you're at a place where you're a lot more content in your life. And Spirit is sending you blessings now, but it's almost like they wanted me to come in and explain whatever the hell this is for whoever needed to hear it, because you might have figured this out, whoever you are. Like, you are very, very, very tapped into Spirit. You're on point. And I feel like you've been gaslit a lot, but you know yourself and you know how the divine talks to you. I'm seeing Archangel Gabriel being a huge guide to you. Okay. I'm also hearing Saint Benedict for somebody. Not for everybody. And then I'm hearing Antoinette. Something like that, okay? Maybe Anthony? I don't know. There's something here. But whatever it is, it's like Spirit just wanted you to hear this from somebody who has no connection to it so that you understand. Like, I'm just here to pass these messages along. I mean, that's what my channel is for. Because hearing it from a completely unconnected to you source is so, so different than somebody that's involved in this shit telling you. And, you know, it's always going to be in the back of your mind, like, well, they could have been involved. They might want me to think that. And, like, I don't care what you think. You know what I mean? Like, this has no effect on me. So this is why, like, this is why they're, like, bringing this story through me, is kind of what I want to say here. I have hawks circling, vultures circling. So you might be seeing either of those in your area when you're driving, what have you. It says something is ending. Okay, so whenever you see that, just know that all of this like dead energy from in the background, Spirit is coming in and transmuting that for you. They're alchemizing that, because that's what the vultures do. Whenever an animal dies, they're part of nature's cleanup crew. They circle it. They come in and they eat all the stuff that the other animals aren't equipped to eat, because these are like very, very strong beings when it comes to digesting things that are highly toxic to everything else. So I feel like the spiritual cleanup crew, the spirit of the vulture, the turkey vulture, are coming through for you. And they're really powerful allies and powerful healers. They're going to help you continue to heal from this mess and reclaim your power. Because that's what they do. They turn the most toxic, nasty stuff, decay, into literal life force. Okay? So that's what I have for you guys. This was a wild one. I've never heard anything like this. Wishing you so much healing, so much love, and believe yourself, okay? And I hope that you can be gentle with yourself and take the time that you need to feel your feelings and know that it was nothing that you did to end up involved in this mess, okay? These are a bunch of messed up people. And all of the darkness that was coming through from these people is lifting from you now, okay? And the angels are making sure of that. Your guides are making sure of that. Your ancestors are making sure of that. So I'm sending you guys lots of love. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you would like a personal reading, I do those. You can check it out only through my website. So don't get scammed. There's impersonators of me out there, unfortunately. And I also have a Patreon, so you can check that out too. And what else? Okay, one other thing there is, I always forget to talk about this, but I actually have an art shop. So if you're interested in original art, I have a lot of like mandalas and stuff like that I make out of photos that I take, and then I edit the photos. I also have oil paintings, like prints of oil paintings and stuff like that, and different products. You can check that out because a lot of them are on sale right now through Redbubble, and I have a link on my page. So check that out. They're on sale. Anyway, sending you guys lots of love. Bye.